Mr. Speaker, I want to begin by thanking the member for Kildonan and the member for St. Paul for bringing this forward, and thank the member for Kildonan for the opportunity to have input into the resolution so that it could be truly an all-party resolution, and indeed we stand united here in support of this effort, to help and support the people of Ukraine. Recent events leading to the departure of the former President Viktor Yanukovych and the new government led by Oleg Zinov and Arseniy Yatsenyuk, and their commitment, of course, importantly, to free and democratic election. It is now particularly important that we have this resolution today as a result of the movement of Russian troops into the Crimea and the fact that the integrity of Ukraine is threatened. It's essential that we as MLAs all come together and support the people of Ukraine and do everything we can in not only voicing but standing up and spreading the word around the world how important it is to support people in Ukraine. I remember a previous occasion when we as MLAs came together to support Canadians of Ukrainian origin to recognize that the internment of Ukrainian Canadians in the First World War was wrong. I want to thank Yarko Patrician, who was here. I'm not sure if he's still here, but for his efforts when he was working in my office to bring that to fruition. We as MLAs came together on another occasion to recognize the famine in Ukraine, the Holodomor, as a genocide, which it was. And we have came together to pass a law which brought into place not only to recognize the tragedy of the Holodomor, but to recognize and set aside a day in November to remember what happened, to give our thoughts to what happened, and to give emphasis in our efforts to build a society, a world where there were better approaches, where there was human rights, which was front and center, and the importance of people and of freedom and of democracy. We have all, in various occasions, come out and celebrated the wonderful Ukrainian culture in Manitoba, whether it is Folklorama, whether it is in Brandon, whether it is in Dauphin, whether it is in many, many other places around our province. It is part of who we are as Manitobans. And so it's important that we now come together and support the people of Ukraine in their time of need. You know, for me, so much of what I have been involved with, whether as a physician or a scientist or as an MLA, has involved working together with people who have Ukrainian origin. I have traveled the province, not only with people like Yarko Patrician and Marvin Krawick, and met and worked with so many others. Even recently, just last fall, John Patrician and Rena Donovan were very involved in a special dinner that was put on. So that it is this working together with people here in Manitoba, which is so much a part of who we are, of different cultures, but of course today we emphasize particularly the Ukrainian culture and Ukrainian people. And today we do and we must support democracy and freedom, which are so vital. This democracy and this freedom depends today on people around the world being ready to speak out to ensure that the people in Ukraine have the opportunity to be free and democratic and united and secure. And I want to thank, in particular, those who are in the Ukrainian community in Manitoba and in Canada, in their readiness to stand up and speak out about events and make sure that everyone else in Canada is aware of what's happening and how important it is to support democracy and freedom in Ukraine. And to those who are in Manitoba and Canada, and indeed elsewhere in the world, who are concerned about this situation, we as MLAs say to you, we are united in our support for a free and democratic, united and secure Ukraine. A Ukraine whose territory remains intact, a Ukraine whose people can prosper. Ukrainian people have come to Canada, have contributed so much to Manitoba and to Canada, often facing many challenges to do so. And it is our job now, as Manitobans, as Canadians, to support you and to support people in Ukraine. So we thank you for what you have done for Canada, and we support you now in your time of need and Ukraine's time of great need. Thank you.